Okay, so in today's tutorial we're going to go through adding icons to the Windows desktop. Now, as you can see here in Windows 10 we've only got one desktop icon, and usually we want icons such as Internet Explorer, Chrome and My Computer adding to the desktop, just like we did in Windows 7 and Windows XP. So today I'm going to show you how to get these icons back onto the desktop. Now, as you know, with Microsoft there is always several ways of doing the same task, so I'm going to show you a couple of ways of adding icons to the desktop. So first of all, we're going to add back onto the desktop in Windows 10 the My Computer icon. So first of all, we're going to go to the Start menu, click on there, go into Settings and go over to Personalization. So we go down to Themes and then go over to right hand side, Desktop Icon Settings. I'm just going to drop that window down there so you can see. So here you can see you've got the Recycle Bin icon already checked, and that's the icon on the desktop. So to get My Computer back, which we had in Windows 7 and Windows XP, just check on the Computer checkbox. Now if I wanted my documents back, you'd select User Files, but I just want Computer back, so I'll just have that one checked and just say OK. So as you can see now, we've got this PC and Recycle Bin on the desktop, so I can move it around if I want and drop that there. That's it. And we got this PC and Recycle Bin. Now if I want to get them exactly level, I can just do a right click and do sort by, say, item type, and it lines up perfectly on that side. Okay, so I'll just shut off this window here, close it off there, and I'll show you how to add Internet Explorer and Chrome to the desktop. So first of all, if I go down to Start, and on the left hand side here you've got all the apps and programs installed. So if I scroll down to Google Chrome, that's it there, and I right click and I go More, and I go down to Open File Location, this brings up another window here. Let's make that a little smaller, move it over there a little bit. So if I right click here on the shortcut and say Send to Desktop, and there we've got the desktop icon there, Google Chrome. I'll just shut that off and go to Start and say I want to add Internet Explorer to the desktop. I'll show you another way of doing the same task. So if I go to Windows Accessories here and find Internet Explorer, if I hold down the left click button, and I can simply drag the icon to the desktop like that. So let go, and that's on the desktop. I'll just move that down to here. So I've got Chrome and Internet Explorer. So if I go back to my Start menu and say I want to add Paint, Microsoft Paint, again scroll down to Windows Accessories, click on there, find Paint, and again drag that to the desktop. Now we've got Paint. So if I do a right click here on the desktop and do my sort by item type, flicks back to there. And it all lines up perfectly on the left hand side. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how to pin, say, Chrome to a taskbar down here. So I can do that several ways. I can go to Start, and I can go to Chrome and right click and go More and go Pin to Taskbar. And that appears down here. Now if I want to, I can add it over here as well. So I can say right click, Pin to Start, and it appears here. If I want, I can move this icon, well, I think it's called a tile, and just drag it there, for instance, like that, and move it back. Now here I want to just create a group, just to organise my tiles, so I'll just click on there, and call that Internet, and just hit enter. So I'll put Internet Explorer in there, and Microsoft Edge. So if I go down to Windows Accessories, find Internet Explorer, right click, Pin to Start, and pick it up and place it there. And if I find Microsoft Edge, so scroll back up, scroll back down if I can find it. Oh, there we are, it's under M, Microsoft Edge. So again, right click, Pin to Start, and just drag that over there like that. So I've got a group here of my internet shortcuts. Now if I want, I can make these tiles bigger or smaller, so I could right click on Chrome and go to resize and say small, for instance, and I could move them all along if I wanted to, for instance, like that. Now another thing you can do is you can add apps to the desktop as well. So if I've got, say, the weather app here, I can add that to the desktop as well. So if I just left click and hold it and drag it to the desktop like that, I can have the weather app on my desktop as well. I can just move it around, maybe I want to put it there, for instance, and then just launch the weather app from the desktop. There we are. Shut that off. If I'm not quite happy with, say, that icon there, I can change the appearance of the icon. So I can click on right click, go to properties, and go to change icon. Just move it over there a bit. Change icon, and I can give it a new icon. I can pick any icon from here, scroll along, just say star, for instance, and just say OK. And there we are, the weather app now has a desktop shortcut icon as a star. So there we are. So that's just a quick tutorial how to add items to the Windows 10 desktop.